Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way to even when I'm feeling down, I fight. Even when I don't know what is right, I'ma pick a side and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shake me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold.
Hello guys, welcome to another live stream. Labs, game labs. I need brain labs. Candelame, I get money, I get money. Oh. Five. Micro shot. Yeah. Got it. Oh, oops. Cause you wanna come like a garden. Oh, bro, कोई दिला दो ये, कोई तो दिला. This can hmm. Tell me agmani.
Match found.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Chess World Cup 2023. It's time for the quarter.
Let's be. तो इसको मारना है साइफर क्या कवर ले रहा है यार? What the fuck? Na 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 na. Let me again.
Finals in the open section, and it's time for the semi-finals on the women's side. Incredible stuff. The quarterfinals has 4 of 8 Indian players remaining, as Vidit Gujarati yesterday in the tiebreaks knocked out Yan Nepomniachtchi, the two-time World Chess Championship challenger. Vidit, Prague, Arjun Erigaisi, and Gukesh are 4 of the last 8 men standing. This is unheard of. Completely unheard of. 50% of the field remaining is from India. 3 of them can move on. 2 of them have to play each other, and that's Prague and Arjun, unfortunately. I have some incredible games for you today, starting with Magnus Carlsen versus Domaraju Gukesh. That is the matchup for the future. Oh my goodness, this is really it. This is not an exaggeration either. You think this is an exaggeration. Magnus Carlsen is the present and the past of chess. He has been around and the world champion for over a decade. And Gukesh is the future. Gukesh is 17 years old. He is ranked number 7 in the world. And he's the number 1 ranked Indian player now. This is it. This is his moment. Are you for real, or are you still a young guy who has to earn his stripes, get thrown around the gym, and learn from the best? Gukesh begins the battle for the future of chess with the move d4. Knight to f6 played by Magnus, and Gukesh plays bishop to f4, which I saw on Twitter. There was a fun thread by this gentleman, Olympiu. I think his last name is Urkhan, but I think it's Dilupi now. He's a historian. He's a chess historian, and he wrote, Magnus in an interview yesterday said chess is boring, so, you know, Gukesh plays the London because he wants to bore him to death. B6. All right, B6. Knight C3. All right. So bishop B7, F3. Already we got some weird stuff going on here. All right. So Magnus plays B6. He doesn't play a central pawn move. He is looking to fight against the London in an exotic way. And Gukesh responds to the fighting against the London in an exotic way with the move Knight C3, which is already very exotic as well. And you'll notice that Magnus spent 4 minutes on the move B6. So he was thinking, like, you know, do I play a main line? What do I do? So he goes B6, Knight C3, and now there's a fight for the center here, and we have pawn to F3 trying to play the move E4. Now, Black could just play D5 here, but for some reason, Magnus doesn't, and instead plays E6 after spending another 5 minutes. What? He allows Gukesh to take the full center. But why would he do that? This is what I don't understand. Like, why not D5? Maybe he didn't like something. You know, maybe there's lines here where Black gets an unpleasant position. There's some lines White can even play G4 for some reason. Anyway, E6, E4. Now, another weird move. A6. What? What even is this? I don't think this has ever been played before. I mean, these two are playing some really goofy stuff. And Gukesh plays Queen D2. Not spending any time. I mean, you'll notice that Gukesh is literally not thinking. He's like, look, I'm not gonna play, maybe I should play A3, or maybe I should play E5. Like, he's just playing Queen D2. Magnus plays D5 after 3 more minutes of thought. And now Gukesh has a moment where he should obviously spend some time. Because you can play E5 here, you can play Bishop D3 maybe.
I would make fun of their dumb faces,
Oh, yes.
but they're us.
Ano pa ba?
Stupid.
Akin, kaya? Ito.
standing.
52
Okay, I only have like 78 grenades left. Hopefully that's enough.
You were in my way, so this was inevitable.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Chess World Cup 2023. It's time for the quarterfinals in the open section, and it's time for the semi. Doesn't? And instead plays E6. There's some lines white can even play G4. Or now another weird move, A6. What? What even is this? I don't think this has ever been played before. I mean, these two are playing some really goofy stuff. And Gukesh plays Queen D2. Not spending any time. I mean, you'll notice that Gukesh is literally not thinking. He's like, look, I'm not gonna, maybe I should play A3, or maybe I should play E5. Like, he's just playing Queen D2. Magnus plays D5 after 3 more minutes of thought. And now Gukesh has a moment where he should obviously spend some time. Because you can play E5 here, you can play Bishop D3 maybe. He plays long castles, and he doesn't spend more than a minute. And that's losing a center pawn. Magnus has 3 attackers on that pawn. And Gukesh just gives it up. He gives it up in a slightly different way. Magnus goes here. Gukesh was just intending to give up the pawn. And I think essentially the idea is if Magnus grabs the pawn, then black will just get a very passive position, and white... White can already begin smashing through, because if you take with the bishop, c4 wins the bishop. So Magnus plays here first. He pins the knight. Gukesh still gives up the pawn, just completely gives it away. And then plays d5, pushing a pawn onto a square where 4 black pieces control it. I mean, that move is not supposed to be possible. But it's not easy for black. If you take with the bishop is pinned. I'll win this back, I'll rotate backwards, so taking with the bishop is probably bad. Taking with the pawn is even worse, because you get the same situation. Maybe taking with the bishop is worse than taking with the pawn. They're around the same. Now, taking with the queen, you lose the queen. Knight takes, there is queen takes g7. Oh my goodness. What is happening? I mean, you talk about a scrappy start to this game. These two dudes, they're fighting, and it's the first period of hockey. Queen to f6 in like a regular season game. It's not even the playoffs, although they fight less in the playoffs. Take. Now, this move looks like it wins, because it looks like anywhere the knight moves, you have rook d8, but black will just play defense. So instead, Gukesh pins him this way, forces a defensive move out of him, king e7, and takes his pawn. Now, I woke up this morning and I saw this position. All right, I saw Magnus play knight bd7, and I thought, okay, what's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First thing I do, always count the pawns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, the first thing I always do is I look if somebody's up a queen, because that's what I have to look at in your games. In these games, neither side has a queen, which is good because nobody can blunder one. And pawns are equal. Black has 2 knights and a bishop. Gukesh has 2 bishops, but that's not really the full story. The full story is that black has this kind of powerful pawn, and I immediately...
Thank you.
शॉटगन हो। अगर फ्लैश है तो चल लो ऑब्वियस। कहाँ लगा? ओ है नाइस नाइस कंट्रोल।
अरे नहीं
नहीं मेन से आ गया रे मेन।
फिफ्टी 70 रहना को भी।
बैक स्टेप नहीं था कुछ।
नहीं मैंने कॉल किया पर थोड़ा लेट हुआ।
कोई नहीं।
वन HP।
आराम से करो, किसी को पुश करने दो, गन वन दे सकते हैं।
ठीक है
ऐसे भी आ रहे हैं।
बेटर
आया वो क्रैश करके शॉट चला गया। देख लो पीक करके अगर ट्राई करना है। आगे दिखा मेरे को, दिखा फिक्स। अरे भाग गया। अपना साउंड दे रहा हूँ तो इधर ही रहे। बस पे गन नहीं है।
अरे मारो लो हेलो 50 लेफ्ट हैंड है
यार मैं वन
83
भागेगा ब्रो।
उनका वो
सोवा में स्प्लिट कर रहा हूँ।
ओमन सुन, मिड में वो है एक्स्ट्रा है 83 टैग्ड है।
ट्राई करता हूँ ब्रो एक गोली से। ब्रो भाग गए ऐसे पिस्टल में भागेंगे।
नीचे
नाइस वन रे, नाइस शॉट।
इधर ही है। क्या करना है 37 सेकंड है ना। ए चलते हैं ब्रो, स्मोक वोक करता हूँ, मारेंगे एक पिक निकल जाएगा। ये क्या कौन था 83 वो को मारते हैं तो। अरे टूट। अरे अरे यार वो मेरे को लगा टूट गया वो सबके जगह।
Chamber, let me borrow one of your guns, please. Come on, man, please.
Impressive.
मेडल मां
Need a drop.
Thank you.
ऑफ ले सकते हैं मिड में।
ड्रोन करो
नंबर
मिड चाहिए।
ड्रोन मत दे ड्रोन। अच्छा करना है क्या सर? चल ठीक। मेरे को लगा एम में जाएंगे, ड्रोन बचवाया मैंने। बढ़िया पे मैं ये देख रहा हूँ, तो ये मार्केट देख रहा हूँ मैं। स्मोक कहाँ करूँ वहाँ पुश करेंगे फिर, मतलब
पीछे आए।
चल आजा।
ओमन इधर एक वो यार
साउंड देते हैं ना। मैं इधर देख रहा हूँ, बी मैं बी में देख रहा हूँ। सुरेश गुड वन। और पुश करो आगे। 4-3 है। अब रेना को शॉर्ट पे पिक मिल सकता है तो हम लोग ये चलते बी चलते हैं। मतलब केजे टरेट हुआ ना, थोड़ा बैक आ जाना। हम मिड मार्केट का वेट करेंगे रेना के पुश। स्मोक में है क्या? सकता है रेना, हम थोड़ा वेट कर रहे हैं। खाली है क्या? वो शिफ्ट हो रहा है फिर। शिफ्ट हो रहा है।
प्लांटिंग है।
मैं जा रहा हूँ सोवा बाय। नहीं मेन देख लेना, तेरे मेन पे ना खड़ा हो केजे वहाँ। तेरा हेवन दे देता हूँ। ये ले, मैं ये देख लूंगा।
खेल सकते हो,
तू मेन खेल रहा है?
खेल सकते हैं मिड से आराम से खेल सकता।
इजी। ये भी केजे टरेट चल रहा था तो वो नहीं
मिड
ओमन जाने की जरूरत नहीं, साइड मिड से खेल सकता है आराम से।
अरे मिड से खेल तो
यहाँ से नहीं आएगा। रेस साइड।
नहीं ठीक है। नहीं ये यहाँ से एंगल है ब्रो स्पाइक का। हाँ हेवन आया अभी। मैं मेरे को पिक करने दिया तो लास्ट के लिए रखी। नहीं आएगा नहीं कैसे? बैक है क्या? ओके ठीक है।
मिड आएगा केज
लेफ्ट
लेफ्ट
जाएगा पिक।
Nice.
Let's go.
मैं स्मोक करके इधर एक ब्लाइंड करना ना, यहाँ से एक ब्लाइंड करना ना, स्मोक करके उसे करूँ
स्मोक करके। अरे यार मैं कंफ्यूज हो गया, मेरे को लगा अर्ली चाहिए। फक। अब फक अप हो गया।
कोई ना ब्लाइंड देखो।
ब्लाइंड तो अब दे दिया ब्रो।
नहीं है कोई
ब्लाइंड। हाँ नहीं, केजे ही था ना, मार दिया।
एक मार्केट
में बैकस्टैप डेड, बैकस्टैप डेड। वन प्लेट।
नाइस वन।
तो वाली
Stay tough as a boss team. Just like the mentor.
नहीं उधर ही चलो, यही चलो।
Going A. Reloading.
यार अगर तुम एमएन जा रहे हो क्या? मैं ये अच्छा नहीं, चेंबर आएगा। चेंबर शॉट से आई हो, ये शॉट। तीनों एंट्री ले सकते हैं, इनफ है। हाँ ब्रो, तो उसी ट्राई करते हैं।
साइट है ब्रो।
अरे वो डोर पे ही है यार, शिट।
अरे
साइड
साइट आ गया।
नाइस।
दो साइट है, तीन ही नहीं, दो ही।
दो साइट है, दो साइट पे।
Reloading.
अरे नहीं रे,
एक मेन था। ओह डैम, सेव कर लो
आ गया था।
एक क्लोज।
ऑफ मत देना उनको, ऑफ बाहर फेंक।
इजी
नाइस
What a
रन।
shot man, बहुत ज़्यादा शॉट है।
Thirty seconds left.
टेंटी कोई नहीं चलेगा चल। तो भाई मिड देख के पिक करना, आप क्या एक्सपेक्ट करना।
हम लोग ट्री से चलते हैं, एक काम करो मैं इधर स्मोक कर दे, ट्री पे अगर ऑफ रहेगा तो रहने दोनों।
कहाँ स्मोक करूँ ना? ट्री
वही उधर ही स्मोक कर।
जाना है
बस स्मोक कर दे।
जाना तो मैं बी है ना।
नहीं जाएंगे यहीं पे, पीछे जाएगा।
ओके
यहाँ पे एक स्मोक कर दो बस।
ठीक है, मतलब मिड पे दोनों ना। ठीक, पहले लेफ्ट वाला कर रहा हूँ तुम्हारा। रुक जाओ थोड़ा, रुक जाओ थोड़ा। ये ले भाई, आई डोंट नो ये सही है कि नहीं। अब देख लिया ये एम पे दो है ब्रो।
अरे कोई नहीं आया। हेलो लो था
वो फंसा हुआ था।
लो नहीं
हेवन।
अरे 80 हेवन।
एक हेवन है।
Down A.
हेड
नहीं पता,
हेवन
नहीं पता, केजे नहीं पता। हेवन है।
केजे बी पे है ना।
तेरे को एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा हूँ भाई।
30 seconds left.
He's
टाइम नहीं है।
ओह एंटी
ठीक है।
थोड़ा एक पे जा रहे हैं भाई।
एनीवे इको ही था मतलब है अभी। मैं स्पाइक लेके मरना नहीं, स्पाइसिंग ऑफर है ना। नहीं ये ऑफर था एस्ट्रा यहाँ पर, क्या करें इसको।
अरे ब्रो मिड 40
ये देख ना तू जा चलते
मत कर, नेड़ मत कर भाई, डायरेक्ट मार देता है उसको।
अरे ने साइड के अंदर है, साइड के अंदर कहां से आ गई है?
सॉरी रे, सॉरी
कोई नहीं
यहाँ नहीं
मेन नहीं है, मेन पता नहीं किस मेन।
फटी उनकी। अरे नहीं
वॉचमैन
सेफ खेल ले तो फिर।
अभी टैप पे खेलो
ये बंद है फक।
ना
माइक मैं
मेन पे होता है।
One enemy remaining.
अच्छा मेन
My way.
पे आप ले लो।
किसका आवाज आ रहा है? ये कितना गंदा आवाज किसका आ रहा है भाई? बहुत गंदा था।
अरे हाँ पे गन फट गई मेरी गेम के बीच।
ये देखिए अरे ये क्या खतरनाक आवाज आ रही है। अरे भाई
ब्रो माइक अपना,
ये खतरनाक आवाज आ रहा है। अरे भाई अरे भाई
एक बार डिस्कनेक्ट रिकनेक्ट कर ले ब्रो, बहुत खराब बात, टफ हो रहा है मतलब।
कैसा आवाज आ रहा है? गोली चला रहा है
कोई नहीं मैं मिड स्मोक ऑफ कर रहा हूँ, इसको पुश करते हैं चल। अरे पीछे भी है।
हाय आदित्य,
ड्रोन दियो, दे जल्दी। कोई था क्या? नहीं मैं मरूंगा। ये शॉट देखियो, ये दो क्यों है वहाँ? शिट नाइस रे, बट बढ़िया क्या इसको मारियो साथ में। अरे नहीं मेरे को पीछे से मारा ना, मैं देख छोड़।
अरे नहीं
कहाँ है?
क्या गंदा टाइमिंग।
अरे मेरे को ए पे करना था बट कोई नहीं।
सॉरी मुझे साइड पे आ जाऊंगा, प्लान कर।
स्मोक मांग ले तो मैं दे देता तेरे को, कोई नहीं।
30 seconds left.
कहाँ था? यही था ना?
एक काम कर, इसको ट्रेड स्मोक कर दे, ट्रेड स्मोक कर।
नहीं मैं वो डायरेक्ट। अरे
मैंने क्वेश्चन पेपर कब का भेज दिया, कोई बात नहीं दे।
माय बैड है।
अब सही है क्या आवाज?
हाँ ब्रो
ठीक है।
हाँ ब्रो यही है, ये सही है।
चल तो अभी आता है डी पे आ।
डी आना
इसको मार के कुछ दे। एक ब्लाइंड देना तो इधर, ये ब्लाइंड सॉरी क्या बोलते हैं, स्मोक। आप
टरेट के ऊपर से कैसा चाहिए? टरेट के ऊपर ना, तो वन वे सा होगा वो, ठीक है वो।
मैं तो ले लो मन।
हाँ लूंगा ना। अरे स्मोक पकड़ तो क्या हाथ में, लूंगा। सॉरी यार।
आर यू एंग्री? बहुत ज्यादा।
ये ना बाएं
नहीं हुआ।
ब्रो साइड के अंदर से किया, पीछे आ जा, मैं तो कह रहा हूँ साइड के
हट
अंदर,
किया।
अंदर को नहीं मार पाएंगे ऐसे इजीली।
ओ भाई
चल मैं चैम्बर। अरे यार नाइस किल। नहीं केजे अंदर ही होगा, मिड पे देख के मिड।
ये बी की है।
वो भी मतलब ये वही था कोई
अभी तो यही कर लो आप।
Why? Because I am DBL. So I am angry.
Why the fuck should I play?
लॉन्ग से खेलेगा।
You got this, you got this. Chill.
Coming here.
You'll get it, bro. Just hold this angle.
ऐसा मत कर, उससे हेड रहेगा। अरे टेक
It's okay. Anti.
नहीं था।
Relax.
क्या करना कि यहाँ पे अपना टीपी लगाएगा और यहाँ पे खेलेगा।
अरे नहीं वो टर्रेट को anyway
नहीं, मैंने भी वही सोच रहा था, पर मैं अपना एचपी देखा, एचपी तो सिर्फ एक ही शॉट।
वो टर्रेट को शूट करने का नीड नहीं है, वो तेरे को नहीं देखता वो।
ओ यार
पर देखता अभी तो 5 सेकंड लग।
हाँ चिल पॉइंट आराम से खेल, चिल रिलैक्स कर।
लुको हैंडल देना।
I get what I want. Yes.
अच्छा यहाँ पे स्मोक आ रहा है, मतलब यहाँ पे ऑफ हो गया।
मिड बॉटम पे पक्का ऑपर हो, मैं पीक कर।
क्या टाइमिंग का
बढ़िया। क्या मैं ड्राई पीक दूं? स्पीड फाइट लेके नहीं। अरे फक वहां क्यों? अरे यार व्हाट होल प्लेड बेसिक।
Wait.
आजा
ऑलरेडी चल जाते, सुबह चल जाकर प्रिंट कर।
तो बम नहीं है ना।
प्लान कर।
क्लोजिंग डोर।
रिवील इट रूम में से।
इन ऑलरेडी लेन
राइट साइड।
नीचे उतर गया।
ड्रोन है।
चेकिंग बैक साइड को चेक कर रहा है। ऑन स्पाइक।
शॉप डार्ट है।
Their lives are so meaningless. Yes. No.
अरे होल्ड करो, पुश कर रहे हैं, देखा मैंने मिड में पुश कर रहा हूँ, जहाँ से एक गेट आता है वहाँ से दो
एक मिनट।
दो आते हैं।
रेना मेरे वैंडल ले ले, मेरा आर्ट पॉइंट दिला दो बस।
Gun here.
अरे पॉइंट मैं फ्लैश कर रहा हूँ इनिशियल हट आउट।
कास
इनिशियल फ्लैश। बढ़िया शॉर्ट पिक होगा अभी। मैं तो क्रॉस कर रहा हूँ, इधर नहीं घुस रहा, मिड देखता रहा हूँ। मिड पे अरे ए मेन में भी है।
ओए ये क्या कैम कर
Spike
रहा
down mid.
दोस्त है क्या?
मैं फ्लैश दे रहा हूँ।
अबे यार माय बैड है, शॉर्ट पे वैंडल है।
दिखा तेरे को, हाँ अभी दिखा तेरे को, तेरे पीछे।
TNT
अरे अगली बार से स्मोक मांग लिया करो मिड में मांग लिया करो।
Last round in the half.
अरे वहाँ पे कोई एक्सपेक्ट ही नहीं करेगा रे, वो लोग रहेगा।
अरे कैंपर हो।
सोचना जेट उनका मिड में आके मर गया, वो पिक ही नहीं किया।
फुल शील्ड है, मैं करूंगा फुल शील्ड है।
नाइस।
चलना है क्या, फ्लैश दूं मैं?
एक मिड में ओपनिंग मिड ऑफ।
Out of my way.
हेवन is
Plant.
राइट दिख रहा है ब्रो। इताची
अरे वो मेरे कुछ और लगा, अरे मेरे कुछ और लगा। मेरे कुछ और लगा, मेरे को लगा पता नहीं कुछ और है, काला काला मारा है उसने, कैसे रे पता नहीं ये काला काला क्या दिख रहा था। मैं 2 मिनट पे सोचा ही क्या
और वो तुझे ये समझ रहा होगा।
अरे मैं एक खेलता हूँ गाइस।
I'm watching here.
लगा इसको, तोड़ इसको।
Ladies and
Bro,
gentlemen, and in right away, no queens, long-term game, slight imbalance, that's going to benefit Magnus. But Gukesh said in an interview recently he has to and wants to improve his endgame. And he is
अरे
willing to
पीछे
take
अबे
it.
यार, अरे मेरे को लग ही रहा था वहां से आएगा, बहुत देर होल्ड।
Okay, I only have like 78 grenades left. Hopefully that's enough.
Saving.
एरिस कर रहा है तो मैं भी रिवील देता हूँ। तो रिवील देता मार दे, रिवील कर रहा हूँ। पेन रिवील।
We'll come back. Feel it.
Yes.
ए अगेन है। अजरे से
क्या आरएनजी दे रहे चू।
Spike planted.
ए अंदर का क्या है? हाँ
देख कैसे मार रहा है,
कर रहे ना।
कैसे मार रहा है रेना।
एंटी
ना कुछ
रेना
नहीं
साफ
है।
जैसा है अभी मारने के।
None of my stuff has malfunctioned yet.
आ गया
स्मोक लेट
अभी। I'm done.
मिनट पे मिनट का केयर करना।
गोइंग है।
planted.
800 लो है.
इजी करते हैं रुक.
What?
अंदर से मारो.
नीचे नीचे
अंदर से मारो. हाँ.
Remaining.
यहाँ पे 80 आराम से 80 लो. ऊपर से ऐसा ऊपर गया.
स्मोक कर स्मोक अपने.
अरे
यार 80 लो था यार.
अरे
मैं दोनों में आ गया मैंने.
They demand a fight.
अरे मैं दोनों पे आ गया था भाई. दोनों पे.
कोई नहीं. हाँ.
No prisoners.
ओए गाना क्या?
नहीं.
सब मास्टर है.
Face your fear!
इधर ही है क्या?
कुछ बोल रहे हो?
Spike planted.
नॉर्मल.
अरे तो
तेरे पास भी पानी था.
क्लोज. टेम्पलर. एंटी.
एंटर बता रही.
Let us see what they have planned for us this time.
शॉप कर रहा है.
Impressive.
सुमन यहाँ पे स्मोक दे. मिड.
बे.
एंट्री है अभी में.
Spike planted. Player standing.
ऐसे रे.
120.
सेव करते थे. एक ही टैग दो.
Match point.
उनको ना पीक बी पे डायरेक्ट पीक मत देना. इंस्टेंट किल मिलता है तो पुश कर दो.
Let's make him chaos.
Yes.
नाइस. शॉट.
Spike
शॉट.
down A.
कोई शॉट नहीं देख रहा. इधर ही है क्या?
इधर ही है.
Take the job.
We're here because we're the best. Can I get a drop?
सुबह भाई
Ask.
Need a drop.
Ask.
आ जा
Thank you.
एक ए पे चले जाना मैं बी पे खेलता हूँ
मैं हूँ यहाँ पे और आ जाओ शॉट अगर करना है तो बी का है वैसे एग्रो सीन मैं इंस्टेंट स्मोक दे रहा हूँ बी में पे
अबे यार बहन
क्या वो तो नेट
You should run.
टाइम हो गया ब्रो जाने का ये बिना यूटिल के क्यों कर रहे हैं लोग इजी और व्हाट
One enemy remaining.
Impressive. Deep breaths, everyone. Nope. What do you need?
मत पिक कर
क्यों पहले किल मत दे उनको आने के बाद देख
ये साउंड है
मैं स्मोक थोड़ा लेट करूंगा ना चिल करना थोड़ा लेट करूंगा ताकि अंदर को और मारे
मेरे देख रहा कोई
हाँ देख
फट गई उनकी अब डबल स्मोक करके होल्ड जाओ बी जाओ
नहीं मैंने ट्रैप लगा दिया
ओके ऑलरेडी मेटल पुश्ड है दो लोग एक बॉटम
One enemy remaining.
ओ इजी अचानक अरे
What do you need?
कुछ सेकेंडरी करने चाहिए तो मैं दिखता हूँ मैंने पूरी जगह इसलिए
कैमरा रिक्वेस्ट
किधर
और दे
पीछा
Face your fear.
ब्रो व्हाट द फक
Player standing.
कंटिन्यू
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Can't! Dog! Minus 0.1. And I as a winner and a loser, and this one benefits Black more. You can give a check, but these players don't celebrate checks like you do. That's not really, there's nothing there. And then Black is just doing quite well. So Bishop 2e2, and now we have take, and you say, Levy, you just told me he's not going to do that. Well, he's going to pin the knight to the bishop, and he's going to force a big trade. Knight takes, pawn takes, take, and if Magnus chooses to take this pawn, Gukesh is going to win that pawn, and that is exactly what happens, and Magnus moves the king off the back rank. All right, the position is completely equal, slightly better for Black, slightly, minus 0.1, and I tweeted this morning, and I said, the position, when I watch a Magnus game, when the evaluation goes to minus 0.1, I just think he's gonna win. Like, even here, I check back in. I walk my dog. You know, my wife went to work because she has a real job, and you know, I sit here and look at chess games all day. And I thought, okay, well, Magnus has this position, so of course Magnus is playing for a win. But what's funny is if Magnus was playing white, I would say, oh, Magnus is playing for a win with white, which is a really stupid bias that I have to get rid of. Essentially, you look at the imbalance of the pawns. First of all, black has a pass pawn. Like, that pawn has no pawn stopping its path. It's called a pass pawn. 3-on-2 has a possibility to become a pass pawn, but it's not. There's no pass pawns yet. And these two cancel out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. When I watch a Magnus game, the knife was that I first pass at king, and so how is he going to do this? Well, Gukesh plays knight d4, looking for knight c6. Also, e5 is not possible, and maybe he wants rook f1 as well. Magnus puts the knight in the center, preventing knight c6. Gukesh targets the knight, obviously. And now, a fascinating decision. Magnus doesn't guard the knight. Magnus, of course, being a Gotham subscriber, what's equal or more value than a knight? A knight. So he's like, all right, let's just get rid of the knights. Now here, Gukesh can play what's called a desperado. He can give up his knight because he's gonna win it back. But Magnus would go here, so that wouldn't work. And now his king is gonna guard the knight. So instead, we get just a pure rook endgame. And the rook goes back to e2. The players can shake hands and make a draw. But they can't. They can't. Magnus is still going to try. And listen, this is literally the worst situation that Gukesh could have found himself in. This is why I love comparing chess to fighting. Because in fighting, in mixed martial arts, not fake sports like boxing where you can only use your hands. Boxing's a real sport. But mixed martial arts is really the epitome of, you know, modern gladiators. You want to avoid a person's preferences. Striker, Aljamain Sterling on August the 19th is fighting Sean O'Malley. All right, UFC 292. Striker versus grappler. That's what that is. So we have the same situation here. If you get caught in Magnus's web of endgames, the chance of you doing something stupid, even microscopically stupid, increases. He's going to beat you the longer the game goes on, okay? I'm hyping this up big time, right? He better deliver. First of all, look at this. He's threatening mate already. That's not impressive. C3. Crazy that Gukesh saw that, by the way. Very sneaky. Rook f4. The king slides up to the second rank, and Magnus targets the weakness. Rook g4, rook g2 is the idea. Gukesh, not fearing that, plays b4. Now, if Magnus were to play rook g4 right now, and Gukesh were to play rook h2, Gukesh would likely lose this game in the long run. Why? Because he can't move either rook. And black would just very slowly encroach on the space. The only chance Gukesh has is breaking something over here. By creating an outside pass pawn, it serves as a decoy and it frees up one of the rooks. Also in rook endgame, sometimes you can lose a pawn, but it has to be the right pawn. You can't lose this pawn and give black a 2-on-0. You could lose one of these pawns maybe, and then maybe it would be a draw. So b4, Magnus shuts that down and then targets this.
It's good that she'll die before feeling gold like me.
Chalo.
Rush them.
Can someone get this?
Need a drop.
Can we rotate just? There are 3 inside.
Don't have a single life worth saving. There. We survive.
Hey, 1 HP है नहीं दे दो.
122 jet.
Mid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does anyone have funds?
I have the spike. Spike drop.
Enemy spotted.
Tick. My ult ready.
Last player standing.
Now we're on the right path. Let's keep going.
Does anyone have funds?
ते जॉब लेके उठा दे. प्लांट कर दे.
My ultimate is ready. Your duty is not over.
Thank you.
Last player standing.
Cutting the ring.
Once more into battle. I'm not tired.
player standing.
Weapon choice. It is so personal, no? You pick a gun and it tells me who you are. Does anyone have funds? Merci.
I get what I want.
हाँ भाग रहा है ये
Player standing. Stay alive. I want them all to drops. Defenders win.
Lady, stupid, even microscopically stupid increases. He's going to beat you the longer the game goes on, okay? I'm hyping this up big time, right? He better deliver first, by the way, and because he has to be the right ones, and he's gonna walk down the end aggressively. He counter shots, forcing Magnus to do this, and now we have a one rook endgame. Now, it's very difficult to make a draw here with white, because Magnus's plan is very simple. Walk down the center of the board. He's gonna get the pawns here, he's gonna trade, and he's gonna promote. He's just gonna win. So, what do you do if you're playing with white? So, A4. Magnus ignores you completely and plays the move F5. That was always his plan. Gukesh plays pawn takes B5. Pawn takes B5. And rook A2. Very natural. He's utilizing the open file. Gukesh has done absolutely nothing wrong. Nothing. Except he's losing. What? But it says minus 0.5. It doesn't know. Deep depth stockfish already senses danger for white. He's losing. He has to. Gukesh is now walking on a tightrope against Magnus Carlsen. Magnus is the director of the circus. Gukesh is walking on the tightrope. He makes it to the end, he gets the prize, which is a draw. This is ridiculous. You don't even realize how hard this is. The computer doesn't even realize how hard this is. There is a drawing mechanism here for white. C4, rook G3 check, and you actually volunteer this pawn for capture. And you just invest in your B pawn. I mean, it's ridiculous stuff. Who plays chess like this? But what I'm about to show you is even more ridiculous. Rook A2, Magnus plays rook G5, ready to play F4 and defend the pawn like this. And now rook to A5. Pawn to F4 is the winning, is the drawing idea. And now the otherworldly King C2! You induce the pawn forward. You walk into a check, but you get your king closer to the pawns. So now black has to go back and guard. You go here, here, and now you don't go here. You give a check. What does it look like you've accomplished? And now you go here. Because now if E5, rook A6, and then rook E6, and black cannot move a single piece. That was the only way that Gukesh could make a draw in this game. Instead, Gukesh went here. And now here comes Magnus. Here comes Magnus, here comes Magnus, here comes Magnus, and Magnus, I told you that was the plan all along. Gukesh missed a psychotic. If Gukesh found that, there has to be a scan of his backside on the way out of the room. I mean, I'm sorry. You gotta scan everything. He doesn't find it. Look at how frozen White's position is. White's position being a draw was an illusion the whole time. All the way back here, it was an illusion. Magnus knew the way to play it forward. Gukesh stumbled into Magnus's strength. You can't do that. Look, I mean, the position is literally zeros, but it's not. It's only zeros if you find it on an otherworldly level of depth and find the defensive mechanism. I'm not even sure Gukesh made a mistake. He had to find this absurd defense, and it takes 48 moves of just hydraulic press, and Magnus Carlsen wins. Gukesh resigns because Rook E8, King D3, this is coming. The shield, you can't stop it. I'm gonna walk in here, and I've got 2 pawns that are gonna promote. Magnus beats Gukesh with black. The future of chess will have to wait, because Magnus was in vintage form. You cannot beat this Magnus Carlsen. Can't beat him. There's nothing you can do. Did he play a perfect game, by the way? I haven't actually checked game review yet. I'm gonna check game review live right now. What was his accuracy? 98%, estimated elo, 3600. What do you even want from this man? I mean, like, seriously. Did it even, you know where his mistakes were? His mistakes were probably in the opening. Bishop to b4 is considered an inaccuracy.
Hola. Impressive. Need a drop.
Fall back. Quiet.
I need a drop.
Fall back.
Impressive.
Time to jump.
Barrier created.
Good to see, Raz. Look at me. RYZEN, well?
Spike's here. I'm watching here.
Both girls.
Both got it.
Garage.
Forgive me.
A man, not a monster.
Forgive me.
सेव करना
Saving.
Barrier created.
फिर से करा जा रहा
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid.
Garage entered. Two more garage. Both garage, both garage. इन सबके पास माइक नहीं है.
But not impossible.
Thanks. Roll after my shot, okay? I'll try.
Who's next? Enemy spotted mid.
भाई ये प्लांट हो रहा है. हाँ स्टैक करके बैठे हुए.
Spike planted.
Revealing area.
Reload.
Player standing.
Move in after I strike. That's when's it we.
They forget their place.
कमसी.
Spike planted.
मैंने गन ही ले लेता.
Look your enemy in the eye. It helps with accuracy.
ये तो साउथ इंडियन अच्छा मार चुप ना. और ये तो नॉर्थ इंडियन अच्छा चुप ना.
Attackers win.
ऑफ ले रहा है. कर रहा हूँ मैं.
This is straight. King D3. He had to play the battle of the hottest country in the world of chess right now. Not climate, although that's a separate issue that we'll discuss that some people don't even believe exists. Chess in India is red hot, and these two are playing in the quarterfinals while also taking walks at night together, which is sad. I would like to see them playing other people. Knight F3. All right, the battle of the friends. It's an anime plotline. One of the two Indians will knock the other out of the World Cup, but that means one of them will qualify to the semifinals and probably make it to the candidates. One of the two people that wins this matchup is literally going to the candidates. That's crazy. Maybe, like 90% chance. They play a symmetrical, this is called like a Neo Grunfeld. You don't have to know the name, you're not going to remember it anyway. Knight D7, none of this matters. They play a very sophisticated opening. And this is the position after the first 13 moves. Everything is good. They've traded C-pawns. Black has advanced over here. Could it be an asset? Could it be a liability? Questions that we have to ask ourselves. Rook A5. Oh, my neck is stiff. I got back into mixed martial arts training. I took some time off. I got COVID back in December, so I took like 6 months off the gym. But recently I've gotten back to personal training, and I've gone back to boxing and judo. It's good. I'm just very tired. I haven't showered yet either. I came home from training and I'm recording the recap. But my neck is stiff. Take. Anyway, doesn't matter. No A pawn, no C pawn, symmetrical position. Arjun seizes the A file. He just says, you know, Prague, you're my roommate, but I'm getting that side. E3, Rook C8. I have no evidence, by the way, if they're roommates or not, but they're very good friends and they're obviously hanging out in the tournament a lot. Now, an interesting moment. Erigaisi gives up the bishop for the knight. Under traditional circumstances, this is stupid. He is not stupid. I mean, in chess. Maybe he doesn't know how to tie his shoes. I don't know. Arjun, if you're watching this, I think you're great. E6. 6 pawns on light squares. He just traded his light squared bishop. He put 6 pawns on light squares. That makes a lot of sense because the light squared bishop covers the light squares. He now has a brick wall of a position. Rook D1. Bishop F8. Both guys are bringing their bishops back into the game, and Arjun is very clearly dominating and trying to force something to happen on the queen side. Take. Rook C8. Things are falling off the board. Bishop E5 and take, and in all likelihood, we are headed for some sort of draw, but we do have a slight imbalance of bishop versus knight and potential pawn structure. B5. And suddenly, Erigaisi in low time, sensing weakness, plays D4. And now, a very, very, very difficult moment. If you take with the pawn, Erigaisi is going to put his knight here, and this is very scary. Knights are very scary. So he goes here, thinking the knight has to leave. It doesn't. The knight just goes straight in. Just absolutely flies off the cliff. He gives up a knight for literally a pawn. A pawn! That's it. One pawn. But in chess, there's two important things. Material and king safety. And now the king is weak. Queen b6 is coming. Queen d2 is coming. Queen g5 is coming. The pawn is coming. Arjun is coming. This is a very, very difficult position for white. Bishop to g2. And Prague blunders. With 40 seconds on the clock. He actually played this move with 10 seconds on the clock because he gets 30 seconds back, I think. He had to play king h1. Sidestepping this check because rook c8 is a checkmate threat. So he plays this and he makes it to the 40th move. But look at the position. White is stuck in a corner of the board. And my friends, unfortunately, it never really gets any better. Erigaisi just very patiently waits for the right moment. He brings his king forward, literally walks into the position. Like, who was that Belgian king? King Albert? Who was like, he would walk with the soldiers. He walks with the soldiers, sacrificing the rook to promote the pawn. And this reminded me, this scene where he manages to promote like this, and then this reminded me of the scene in Harry Potter. Like, if something like this. There's a scene in Harry Potter in the Deathly Hallows where they fall on the ground after Nagini gets cut with the sword. And then it's like they just stare at each other. It's just kings and pawns. But black is completely winning because black is in white's position. So black has much quicker access to the pawns, and black is going to win the pawns. And white is simply going to run out of moves. I mean, you cannot defend the pawns anymore. So Erigaisi wins. Erigaisi beats Prague, which is crazy. That is a crazy result. Erigaisi the winner, and Prague now has to win with black, just like Gukesh. Would you rather play in a must-win situation against Erigaisi?
Impressive.
Cover going out.
चलना था
Spike planted.
diff raise diff
Last player standing.
नहीं आएगा वो आगे बाहर आ गया ओ रीना
कौन है भाई? नहीं आएगा, कौन है?
Can someone buy me, please? Need a drop.
अच्छा का सेज है क्या
Need a drop.
क्या
ए entered side planting भाई.
Spike planted. Standing. Flawless.
Icy or Carlson? I mean, no disrespect to Arjun, but I think people would choose him. The alternative is the best player of all time. But listen, Arjun in great shape right now to make this.
Nope.
Rotating.
reach left में देख लेफ्ट में रोटेट कर गया वो होल्ड करो मैं
planted.
जिंदा है ना बस.
Last player standing. Impressive. Spike planted. Last player standing. My old friend.
करने के सेफ कर.
They think they're better than us. I can tell.
Can someone buy me, please?
वापस है.
टीवी. Going there. Coming seat one coming seat बाकी yes yes yes. What? Never mind enough. Rina was C.
Planted.
देखो पीछे वापस है.
Last player standing.
तो कहाँ नहीं होगा डिफ कहाँ जाते हैं सिर्फ no one thought that part.
Let's reset. Deep breaths and all that.
रेस सी चले जाओ तो मैं सी चले जाओ मैं बी होल्ड कर लूंगा
Again A.
Hold side, don't pick. The side. Planting B.
Planting B.
Spike planted. Player standing. Spike down A.
So over 120 है.
Nice one, dude. Very nice. So why is 120? Oh. Yeah, go B.
Spike's here.
I have spike. अरे स्टेट भाई ये स्टेट्स कैसे आ गया भाई आप बी था ना
Remaining.
साइड आज
There.
चलो
Player standing.
Short भाई.
Woman go B.
Flashing C. Someone P.
No prisoners.
Yes.
Rotating.
You can't come.
Spike planted.
Ulting.
One's main.
Last player standing. Remaining.
Main.
Guess we're doing this. My buddy's defusing.
Right? अरे nice one.
Everybody thank Wingman. Come
Nice.
upstairs, my buddy.
Look your enemy. It helps with accuracy.
बढ़िया है बंदा.
Impressive. Spike planted. Last player standing. Stay alive? No. No. Spike planted.
फेंक देते हैं.
Sorry.
ये तो है नहीं.
Spike down. C. Impressive. Spike planted.
Enemy spotted A.
मेरे इसको रिपोर्ट कर दो.
Clearing out.
Last player standing. Last round before the switch. Don't be stupid. Nope. PROCRESSOR bag. Spike
कहाँ बैठे रहते हैं ये लोग?
Switching sides.
I hate it. Let's do this.
एक साइड है। देना
Last player standing.
Fusion cells. Okay, my arm. We can go. Worthless.
भाई ओमेन नाइस बेड मर जा जाके
Spike down A. Match point.
Crush them.
Gun here.
Cover going out.
Both there. 105.
You're not being shot at, you're doing something wrong.
Need a drop.
Please buy. Please go for buy the last. Please buy the day. Thanks. Is
भाई सारे वही
ये क्या था? स्कोप क्यों हो गया?
They mess with one of us, they mess with all of us.
These bro said not B. Don't go B. Wait, no.
भाई प्लांट भी कर मेन का प्लांट देना अरे कहाँ का प्लांट कर रहे हैं भाई भाई मेन का प्लांट नहीं है अरे
Right there.
Hey, woman.
Let's make them dance.
Spike down A.
Judge. Yo.